We all have that gut feeling when we see something truly evil. Whether it's a news story about child abuse or the historical horrors of the Holocaust, something inside us screams, that is wrong. But have you ever stopped and asked why we feel that way? Is it just a biological reaction, like a distaste for bitter food? Or is it because there's a real objective standard of right and wrong that exists outside of us? Today, we're looking at the moral argument. It's one of the most personal ways to see the evidence for God because it doesn't start with the stars. It starts with your own heart. Philosophers usually break down the argument into simple three-step syllogism. Premise 1. If God does not exist, objective moral values and duties do not exist. Premise 2. Objective moral values and duties do exist. Conclusion? Therefore, God exists. Now that might sound bold, so let's unpack it. The key word here is objective. Most things in life are subjective. If I say mint chocolate chip is the best ice cream, that's a preference. If you hate it, you aren't wrong. You just have different tastes. But objective means something is true regardless of what people think. For example, take the statement, the earth is round. Even if a society rises up and decides that the earth is flat, they are simply wrong. The moral argument says that murder, rape, abuse, torturing a child for fun, and the like are wrong. It's not like an ice cream preference. It's more like the earth being round. It's a fact that remains true even if a dictator or an entire culture decides to ignore it. That leads us to premise 1. Why does God have to be the source? If there is no God, then morality is likely just a byproduct of evolution or social convention. If it's just evolution, then morality is just a trick played on us by our genes to make us cooperate so we don't go extinct. In that case, rape isn't evil, it's just socially disadvantageous. If it's just social convention, then the Nazis weren't actually wrong. They just had a different set of rules than we do. Most of us can't accept that. We know deep in our bones that some things are really wrong. But for a moral law to be objective, it needs a moral lawgiver who is higher than humanity. It needs a standard that doesn't change when the government changes or when our DNA shifts. That standard is the very character of God. God doesn't just make up rules. He is the standard of goodness himself. So when you feel that sting of injustice or that pull to be self-sacrificing and kind, you aren't just experiencing a chemical firing in your brain. You are tapping into the very fabric of the universe. If you believe that some things are truly, objectively wrong, then you've already taken the first step towards recognizing there is a God who is the source of that light. Hopefully you've seen how all these arguments, the beginning of the universe, the design of the world, and the moral law in our hearts come together to build a case that is hard to ignore.